be sure to subscribe to my channel and take and watch a few videos all the way through. Like them, make some comments if you like. For right now, we're just going to scroll around on the 20-meter band. Let's see if we can maybe make a few DX contacts. So stick around, let's see what we can get into.
QSL, thank you so much, Kim. Enjoy the evening.
CQ for Hawaii, Hawaii. November 9th, we go to Equipine, CQ Hawaii, and at night, EDE,
Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? CQ. This is Kilo Golf 4 Mike Uniform Kilo. Kilo Golf 4 Mike Uniform Kilo. Calling CQ. CQ. This is Kilo Golf 4 Mike Uniform Kilo. Kilo Golf 4 Mike Uniform Kilo. Calling CQ. CQ. This is Kilo Golf 4 Mike Uniform Kilo. Kilo Golf 4 Mike Uniform Kilo. Calling CQ. I think it was a Mike Echo. Kilo 4 station.
Yes, sir. We said 294 Alpha Kilo 4, Foxtrot X-ray. Alpha Kilo 4, Foxtrot X-ray.
Okay, I've got you right in the noise there. I'm hearing Kilo 4 and Alpha Kilo. Try that again. Alpha Kilo 4 Foxtrot. Did you say there's an X-ray after Foxtrot? Okay, yeah, sorry about being able to copy you there. AK4FX, Kilo Golf 4, Mike Uniform Kilo. I'm in South Carolina. What's your location? Yeah, I'm swinging my antenna around to see if I can locate you there. Where's you at again? Yeah, Alpha Kilo 4 Foxtrot X-ray. Can you still copy me? Yeah, I'm in South Carolina. I was trying to figure out where you're located. Man, I'll move that antenna just a little bit. Yeah, I moved the antenna a little bit, and I think I moved it too far. I'm gonna have to. I can't. I ain't got no way of getting online right now and looking your call sign up to see where you're located. I think I heard you say Texas. Texas, is that a Roger? Okay, well, I'm pointed sort of southwest right now. I don't know if you're Midwest Texas or real low South Texas, but I'll swing my antenna around some more to see if I can kind of pinpoint you a little better. Okay, I've got it kind of to the west now. I'm starting to pull you out, but in a real kind of a weak copy there. You're about a 4x4 on me. Alright. Yeah, I got you in there, but you're just kind of in and out under the dirt. Maybe the band conditions pull up and get better here in a minute, and I'll be able to copy you better. Real hard to copy somebody. Yeah, I just turned the filter on my FT101. I don't know why I wasn't thinking, and I cut out about 50% of that noise, and I was able to copy you. You're about a 5x3 now.
Okay, yeah, fantastic, man. No, that's good. Yeah, well, I'm down here at the band for a beer right now, but yeah, I'm copying you.
Okay. Yeah, I hope you're able to copy me. Yeah, it's FT101 and a MA5B, and running about 400 watts right now. I got a bad habit of not using these little filter switches on this thing when someone's low, because I'm so used to using my old Kenwood. I forget that I have those switches down there that I can trim out some stuff in there and be able to pull out people when they're like real low in the noise.
Yeah, I'm using a JC ST710. I'm running 4 foot 100 watts, and I've got a 36 foot random wire hung up in the backyard.
Yeah, it's doing good. It's doing good. It's just like I said, I got a little QSB in there and some ground noise that's kind of right there on top of you, but I cut the DNR, the notch, and the MB filter on, and it seems to help a whole lot there. Yeah, I apologize. I didn't copy you that time. Yeah, it's just right there, even with the noise. Anyway, saving the trees, and I hope you have a good night, and maybe we'll get to do it under better conditions. It's just, I guess tonight's kind of a rough night to try to do any DX in there. All right, everybody, we're trying. All right, CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo, Golf 4, Mike Uniform Kilo. Kilo, Golf 4, Mike Uniform Kilo, calling CQ, 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 CQDX. CQ, CQ, CQDX, CQ, CQ, CQDX. This is Kilo, Golf 4, Mike Uniform Kilo.
Victor Alpha 3,
I copied a Victor Alpha 3.
Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey.
Okay, Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey. This is Wayne in South Carolina. I've got you about a 5'8" to 5'9" copy here in South Carolina. Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey. What's your location, over?
Hi Wayne, this is Ron. I'm Southern Ontario, Canada. Not really a DX station for you, but heard you and I thought I'd say hi. I've got you a very, very strong 5.9++.
Yeah, I'll turn my antenna around a little bit and get a little bit more your direction there. How about that?
You sound like you're right beside me there, Wayne.
Well, that's a good thing. It's always good when you can bust through all the noise and the hash and trash and on the band and be able to kind of lock in and get a good communication going there. You're 5'9" plus 10 over here now. I was pointed pretty much to the west towards Dallas. I'm pointed at about 10 degrees northeast right now from South Carolina. Name is Wayne, Whiskey Alpha Yankee November Echo. Running a Yaesu FT 101 DX, Heil Gold Elite, a 1306 Maratron, pushing about 600 watts into an MA5B mini beam.
That's a very impressive setup you have, Wayne. I'm brand new at this. I'm still within my first couple of months of having my call sign. So I'm using ICOM 7300, and I've got a 40-meter end fed suspended over my house in between a couple of trees. So I'm happy you've got such a good, strong signal. Over.
Roger. Yeah, we had major catastrophe happen about, I don't know, it's been several months ago. Lightning pretty much took care of all that, so we've had to start all over. So this is starting all over. But yep, we're back on the air and we're back to operating and just trying to enjoy it again. I think I stayed off the air for 4 months, 4.5, 5 months before I could get back on. And just in the last month, last couple of weeks, I've been putting this stuff together, trying to get it back to being on the air and just being able to talk.
I'm sure you were going through some withdrawal. I just looked at your QRZ page, and you've got some nice pictures of some vehicles there. Is that a That's not a Charger you've got there. The dark blue one there beside the motorcycle. Can't really call it out completely, but it looks really sweet.
Yeah, that's 68 Dodge Dart 440. That's Dominators from Street Outlaws. And I had to get me a little picture of that while I was there watching the 405 drag race. Went to see them do a Saturday night gig that they did. Me personally, I've collected quite a few 69 Dodge Chargers, a 70 Dodge Charger, a 72 Dodge Challenger, a couple old Dodge trucks, stuff like that. I mean, full with a lot of the old Hemis and the 440s and such and all that. Had a lot of fun with them. Haven't got much left of any cars, but still got a few parts laying around. Missed the old Mopars. I can't lie about that. If it wasn't ham radio, it'd be all Mopars. But occasionally did some flying, and those pictures are flying down the lake up here on Kiwi, just right above the house. And yeah, it's just some old radio equipment, tubes and stuff and whatnots, and some of the old stuff, and then the profile pictures, the newer stuff, and that's pretty much about it.
Sounds good. You're a man after my own heart. I grew up with Chrysler products, and I just fell in love with the Challengers and the Chargers from the 60s and yeah, very, very early 70s. They were just such a sweet set of wheels. But yeah, and like I said, I'm brand new at this. I'm still putting everything together that I need to get started. So my part bin is pretty lean.
It's KG40K with VA3 Echo whiskey. Yeah, I was into them when I was in my younger days. Stayed into them there. My family was in them, and there was a lot of Road Runners, GTXs, Satellites, Cudas. Most everything was full 46-pack cars and Hemi cars, and even a few Superbirds was in the yard there at one time or another. A lot of them used to do some running back in the day, and that was what they used. And I wasn't but about maybe between the ages of 5 and 12 when all this was going on. But I'll tell you what, I remember that. That's something you just don't forget. But we do a YouTube live on Saturday morning, Eastern time, 7:30. As long as there's no lightning in the air. And matter of fact, we're doing YouTube live right now, just to kind of bring up the speed to what we didn't do earlier in the week. And I do the YouTube live so people can go back and watch and hear how their audio sounds over the air and all that good stuff, and just kind of gives everybody an idea, you know, like if I talk to somebody in Saudi Arabia or Europe or Australia or whatnot, and then they go subscribe to my channel if they want to, and they can go back and listen to the video, and they can see just how well they sound on mine.
That's a really good idea. Be interesting. You never know what you sound like on the air, so you're always wondering how your signal is and what your settings are and what have you. So anyway, just out of curiosity, I have a brand new rig here. I switched from a Yaesu that I was trying before, so my Icon is a new setup for me. How do I sound?
Sound excellent to me. You can go to YouTube, go to KG4MUK Ham Radio, and you can be able to hear it right there and know exactly, because I got the video camera right on the radio right now. But yeah, that's like I say, I'm doing that right this minute. The KG4MUK Ham Radio Live, and yeah, I just try to make a few DX contacts on Saturday morning, and I just decided to do one this afternoon because I've missed one. And I thought I'd get some nighttime DX on my YouTube channel, so if I caught up with anybody, you know, I could let them know. So a lot of people do know, but other than that, I have fun with it, and a lot of people really appreciate it. They enjoy hearing themselves talking back over the video, I guess. KG4MK with VA3 Echo Whiskey.
Well, Wayne, thank you very much. We'll have to go and have a listen to that. So, anyway, I will let you go and see who else you can talk to tonight. Very good talking with you. I appreciate it, and I'll have a listen to myself. Over.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, that'll be at the 20-minute mark on the video because we've been on live for about 20 minutes. But it'll, as soon as I get done doing that, I think it takes about 25 to 30 minutes for the stupid video to upload. I got the best Wi-Fi. I mean, the best Wi-Fi. I was gonna say the best Wi-Fi. No, I got the best Wi-Fi too. I'm just kidding. You don't hear no banging going on, so I didn't get killed from saying that. I get tongue-tied sometime. But anyway, got the good Wi-Fi. It just still takes a while to do such an enormously large file on the phone. But yeah, it is such as life. Well, anyway, 7 Trees, and glad I got to make contact with you. And, you know, on Friday nights and Saturday mornings, it's somewhere right along in here. I'm one of the big signals on the air. I try to make a little noise at night, late in the afternoon, about this time. Try to work a few stations and then do it Saturday morning, and then it's always live. But anyway, I'm not too hard to find from what everybody says. 70 Trees, and hope you have a wonderful evening. VA3 Echo 5 Whiskey KG4BK. Good evening, Ron.
And good evening to you, Wayne, as well. Thanks very much. 7-3. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Over.
Roger, Roger. 70 Trees. Talk to you later. KG4MEK, CQ. This is Kilo Golf 4, Mike Uniform Kilo.
Kilo Bravo 5 in the Lima Yankee.
Kilo Bravo 5, I believe it was.
Kilo Bravo 5 in India Lima Yankee.
Kilo Bravo 5, India Lima Yankee. Good evening. My name is Wayne, Whiskey Alpha Yankee November Echo. Call sign again is Kilo Golf 4, Mike Uniform Kilo. We're in South Carolina, and we're doing YouTube Live as well. KG4MK Ham Radio. How you doing this afternoon, and what's your location? Texas, I'm assuming, because it's a 5 call.
All moved. I'm in southwest Arkansas.
Alright, well, I'll swing my beam just a little bit to the west, but not a whole lot, and I should be dead on you now. Yeah, I haven't been up that way in a while.
Yeah, you're 5'9" here in southwest Arkansas.
Hey, you're daggum about the same there. You're between 5'7", 5'9", good audio. What you running?
Icom 7200 with, what I got? A pair of 20-meter ham sticks in a dipole configuration, about 30 feet, and a Heil EM10 headset.
Okay. Well, that's working really good. Real good. I saw when you said when you first started talking about those antennas, I thought you were mobile there for a moment, and then I realized that's those sticks that you turn on the little thing and you put them up on a mast.
Right. Yeah, that's the way I have them up there. We got kind of a tricky installation on a station, and it's about the best I can do right now. And, they seem to do fairly well, except for when I try to change bands. You know, I'm kind of locked on 20 meters mostly.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I run the Cushcraft MA5B mini beam. I can't say enough good about that. And I run also for vertical. I run the Cushcraft R9. It does 6 through 80 meters. Now it is a very temperamental antenna, and it is very complex and aggravating. But once you get it tuned, I mean, it's done. So I mean, it's just You can pull your hair and your teeth out trying to get that one put together. But got to have an analyzer with them things. I know that. E- e- Even though between them two and the Maxcon off-center dipole, which I run it as well, but I haven't got it up. I just started putting all this stuff together just in the last couple of weeks and started doing YouTube live videos to demonstrate the radio's performance and kind of let everybody be on video and record them on video while I'm talking to them or they're talking to me, and then play back it on the YouTube channel, and people go in there and can listen to how they sound on their end from my end.
Okay. Where would I find that?
That's going to be at KG4 MUK Kilo Golf 4 Mike Uniform Kilo Ham Radio on YouTube. When you find it, it'll be obvious. You'll see some goofy southern redneck on the page.
Okay. All right. I'll have to go in and look at that in a little while. After it uploads. I'm kind of interested to see how my current situation sounds. So far, I haven't found anybody that had video or audio recording of me on the air, so I'll go in there and check that in a little while and try to see how it sounds.
Yeah, just looking at the number, you're at about 22, 23 minutes. You start our conversation started. But please watch the whole video, because, that's kind of the whole factor. Some of my videos, I refuse to do editing. I refuse to do all these fancy cuts and blooper reels and do all this chop. I just soon just video it live, keep it raw, keep it real, and keep it in real time. And, just in a couple of weeks, I've gotten quite a few followers from it. I wasn't looking to really get a whole lot of anything, just to let everybody enjoy hearing themselves over the air.
Yeah, I totally understand about keeping it real. You start doing a lot of edits and changes, all that stuff, but that takes up a lot of your time, and it's hard enough just to do it and hit upload and let it be done.
Yeah, and while you're talking, I'm changing filters on the radio. I don't think you can see what filters I'm changing, but occasionally, when my allergies ain't killing me, I change filters on the radio to change your tones. Because some people ask me, says, how good does the filtration on these Yazos really, truly work? And then, I'm like, well, occasionally somebody's talking, I'll start cutting some of the noises out. And it's kind of shocking at how well it does cut it.
Okay. All right. I appreciate that. I will certainly go in there. Oh, it may be an hour or so from now. I'll try to go in and look, see how it sounds.
That was a good high cut right there, a low cut, a DNR cut, and a little bit of notch in there. And it does, when you're speaking, it really shaves off all of that hash and trash it gets in there with you. Makes a big difference. I really like these radios. I like the Kenwood TS590s. I know that's in the video too because it's sitting on top of the radio. And I got more Kenwoods here in the shack as well. But I really do like the Yaesu. I'm not biased to the Kenwood, but as far as talking DX, I really like the Yaesu because I feel like the audio quality is just a little bit more superior. Everybody tells me that the audio is superior, and being able to cut a lot of noise out when you're really doing some very huge, long distant DXing, being able to trim stuff off, it makes a huge difference when you're trying to make that last contact.
Okay, Wayne. Well, I'm going to get out of here. I've got a couple of things I need to take care of here in the shack. And I'll let you get on and do your video and finish up with it. And maybe look for you a little further down the hall.
All righty. Well, you have a great afternoon and enjoy talking to you. Kilo Bravo 5, India Lima Yankee. This is Kilo Golf 4, Mike Uniform Kilo.
All right, Wayne. 73 KG5, KG4, and UK. 73 from KB5ILY.
CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo Golf 4, Mike Uniform Kilo. Kilo Golf 4, Mike Uniform Kilo. Calling CQ, CQ, CQDX, CQ, CQ, CQDX. Anyone, anywhere in the United States or outside the United States, please call KG for me, K. Somebody in there weak. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo Golf 4, Mike Uniform Kilo. Kilo Golf 4, Mike Uniform Kilo. Calling CQ, CQ, CQDX. CQ, CQ, CQDX. This is Kilo Golf 4, Mike Uniform Kilo.
I'll say hi, November 0, Yankee November Tango.
November station, try that again. I dropped my pen.
No worries. Good evening. November 0, Yankee November Tango. You got Matt up here in St. Paul, Minnesota. Over.
Good evening, St. Paul, Minnesota. I haven't worked up that way in a little while. I hope you're doing great this afternoon. I'm not even pointing your way, but I may not need to turn my beam that way. This thing's got a little bit of, it works pretty darn good off the edges a little bit, but yeah, it works real good. Name is Wayne, Whiskey Alpha Yankee November Echo, and also welcome to the YouTube live channel, KG4MK Ham Radio. We do lives every Saturday mornings. We decided to do one tonight and just record everybody checking in that I made contact with, and then later on they can play it back and listen to what they sound like. And you're sounding good here in South Carolina. Name is Wayne again, running a Kenwood TS. Now, I ain't running the Kenwood tonight. I keep looking at that radio, but I'm not running it. I'll get tied up here in a second and get my old eyeball twisted. I'm running an FT DX101D into an Ameritron 1306 at about 600 and something watts into an MA5B mini beam and running a Howe Gold Elite microphone. And allergies are killing me tonight, so I think that might be the reason why I'm so tongue-tied.
Well, that's all right, Wayne. You're sounding great. You were 5'9". You're fading a little bit down 5'9". You were 5'9" plus 10 dB over. Here in St. Paul, Minnesota. Wayne, nice to meet you. I punched up your YouTube channel and started streaming you live there across the room. Just filling out some cards from parts on the air activation, a POTA activation that me and a buddy of mine did a week ago. Figured probably about time I get the cards in the mail now that I got a little bit of time. My name is Matt, Mid-America Tom, coming to you from the capital city of Minnesota, which of course is St. Paul, Minnesota. Just across the river from Minneapolis. Go Golden Gophers, Wayne. Back to you.
Roger. Well, that's awesome. I haven't, like I said, I hadn't been up that way in a while, but I have been there. Been a truck driver for over 35 years. I have come through your fair city quite a few times. Been through there when it's been snowing like cats and dogs.
You know, it's funny, Wayne. Everybody remembers the snow, but nobody remembers the mosquitoes the size of birds. Over.
Well, I've only been up there maybe once or twice when it was spring. And I remember coming up there late fall, and it started snowing. My gosh, it started snowing. And we were up there dropping something off, picking up another load, and me and a friend that went up there together went by a snowmobile shop, and I saw it, and I was like, man, that's cool as crap. I was like, you don't see that. These guys out there, there's just enough snow out there, and these guys were just coming in and coming out like it was part of their daily driver.
Oh yeah, snowmobiling's a big deal here in the wintertime in Minnesota. We got a big culture of folks, especially up in northern Minnesota and west central Wisconsin, that'll get on those snowmobiles, go snowmobiling out on the rural roads and on the ditches and culverts and things like that. And they'll go from bar to bar in west central Wisconsin, drinking, snowmobiling, drinking some more, snowmobiling. Sometimes the miracle they ever get back home after all that drinking and snowmobiling. But anyway, that's another story for another day. Wayne, looking forward to hearing my own voice on YouTube. I'm going to go back across the room and punch myself up there. Appreciate the contact. I'll let you try working some DX, and I'll get a nice card of me and my girlfriend here so you know what I look like in the mail over to you. KG4MUK on YouTube. Hello, Internet. From S0YNT.
All right, Matt, I appreciate you coming in here. Appreciate you checking in. Got that video zoomed in on the display so you could see and hear everything very properly. Coming in real loud and proud out of Minnesota. I hope you have a great night. 73s to you and all. And hopefully we'll get to do it again. KG4MUK with N0 Yankee November Tango. Matt, good night to you, and we'll keep calling for some more DX.
Well, I wouldn't call myself DX, but N1 WLD.
N1 station. Boy, you came in here and about scared me.
Well, that's what I strive for. I mean, not to scare you, but to make sure everybody hears me. Hello, Wayne. My name here is Wayne also. You can call me Wayne from Maine, up here in the southwestern corner of the state of Maine. Back to you.
Okay, Wayne, what was your call sign again? I got N1 and dropped my pen. That audio was like booming.
Yeah, Rojo. Yeah, it's November 1, Whiskey Lima Delta. Or for the ladies, no one will leave disappointed.
Hey, Lordy. Now, you're not up around, let's see, Bar Harbor or nothing, are you?
Yeah, I'm down in the corner. I'm inland quite a ways. I'm closer to the New Hampshire border.
Okay. So, you still wiki smart.
Oh, wait. You ain't know nothing yet.
Wiki smart. I know my best friends, they stay up there for a couple of years nursing. And he called me one day and he's like talking to me, and I was like, Brian, what happened to your southern accent? He said, what do you mean? I was like, you talking funny. He's like, no, I'm not. He said, yeah, you are. I was like, you talking like that? And he's like, no, I'm not. And I'm like, yeah, you are. Well, he comes back home, and I was like, where'd that accent go? He said, oh, I left it in Maine. I said, what was that you told me one day? Oh, at Wiki Smart. And he had it etched on his coffee cup.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you a little story. My sister is a New Hampshire native, like myself. I only moved here to Maine last year. We bought a house here in Maine and moved here in July. So I'm a New Hampshire native, though. My little sister is a New Hampshire native, and her husband was in the military. And quite honestly, forgive me, but I don't remember which Carolina it was, South Carolina, North Carolina. But he got stationed at some base down there. And my little sister went down there, lived down there for a while, and she called me one day to talk, and she had this southern accent. And I'm like, you need to get rid of that. You're not from down there. You're from up here in Maine and New Hampshire, and you're not going to talk like that. It was quite comical. It took her a while to get rid of it.
Yeah, it rubs off on you if you stay around it long enough. And, here's my take on it. I love when my friend talks that way. And then I got one or two friends up there that I talk to a little bit more than on occasion. And then when I talk to them, you know, they love my accent, I love their accent, so we got to like bust each other's chops a little bit, scold each other a little bit, so to speak, and have fun with it. And it's all good, you know. I love having fun. Some people, some other states, you try to have a little fun with them, and then they're like, well, they take offense to it because they think you're being seriously mean, but you're cutting up and having a good time, and they don't see it that way. But I have so much fun. But I'll tell you, they brought me a whole box of whoopie pies, all the flavors. I thought I'd done died and went to heaven.
Oh, whoopie pies, yeah, that's something we see plenty of up here. Now, did anybody ever bring you a Moxie?
Moxie. And that one I'm not sure about. I don't think they did. If they did, they brought it to the wife and didn't bring it to me. But I'm not, well, let's see. There was a bunch of things that they brought down. But I do remember the whoopie pies, some kind of weird drink, and some other things that I was kind of shocked about, like edibles or something. I don't remember what it was. They were all doing whatever they were doing, talking and going on about, well, we brought this home, we got this, we got that, showed pictures of this and showed pictures of that. And I'm like, y'all can do all that up there? I'm like, oh yeah, we do. They do all that up there all the time. It's like, it's perfectly good and okay. I was like, I just want the whoopie pies.
Well, you tell your friends from Maine the next time that they come here and you want them to bring you back some Moxie. And it's Mike Oscar X-Ray India Echo Moxie. You want to try it. So you're either going to wrinkle your nose or you're going to go, wow, that stuff's special. And even up here in Maine, there's some people that hate it, and there's them that loves it. I'm one of them. And, it's an acquired flavor, but it's something you won't get anyplace else in the world.
I'm making a note of that. Because when I get off this live, I'm going to text that to them and see what they're going to do about it.
There you go. I mean, it's made in Maine. It gets, you can find it in New Hampshire. You can find it probably in Vermont. I don't think down as far as Massachusetts. But, yeah, a lot of mixed feelings on it. My wife says it tastes like cough medicine. I personally love the stuff, but she won't drink it. So it's something that's worth a try. It's different, and it's definitely from Maine. But there you go. Well, listen, your signal sounds good up here. I was kind of looking at your QRZ page. You got a nice radio there. I've got this particular radio is an Icom 7300. I'm running it out to AL811H amp and a hex beam at about 30 feet. But I also have a Yaesu FT950, so it's a little brother to the one you've got there, and it's a good radio. I used to have it at my camp. I sold my camp, and I brought it home, and now I use it for 6 meter only, and that's my 6 meter radio. But it's a pretty good radio. The only thing I don't like about Yaesu, man, is digging through the menus to do everything. It is, if you don't have the book in front of you, you're screwed.
Yeah, at the very beginning, this radio was a huge undertaking and a huge challenge. But the one thing I can say is once it's done, it's done. I have learned that you can tighten the filter settings in the menu too tight, and then when you go to using one and then go to the next one and you're still using one, it'll end up shutting it down so tight you can't hear nothing. So instead of setting it on there like, middle setting on all of them and then just try to use it, I set it on about 2. It gives it just enough cut, and if you go to using multiple filters, you don't cut yourself shy of not being able to hear somebody that's actually, stout enough to still get through, but still you're cutting just enough. I find myself, because I'm hard of hearing anyway, I like to hear a little ground noise in there, because I honestly, I can cipher it out better than I can if I just cut the whole mess out. You know me, I'm half my head's probably wiki smart anyway.
Oh, there you go. Well, Yeah, I don't have any animosity towards Jeju, but I got so used to ICOM radios. I have a 7300, I have a 9700, a 5100A, you have a 7100. So having that Jeju, I got it because I got it at a very good price. You know, it was used. The radio I had in the camp went belly up, an old ICOM 746. The finally toasted on it after almost 20 years. And I just decided that I needed to get something. And that was the first one that came along at a really good price, so I got it. And when I started delving through the menus, I was like, "Are you shitting? Excuse my language. Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous." I mean, I just keep going deeper and deeper to set up audio settings. And, you know, I was trying to match the microphone to the radio. And I'm pretty fussy about audio, being an old sound engineer from the old days, back in the 70s. I just had such a hard time going through there and finding all the menus. I get a little frustrated with it, but that makes a great 6-meter radio. I've had great luck with it.
Trying to get my... Yeah, I apologize for that pause and delay there. Sorry about that, YouTube. I just went to reach up there and push the camera back, and camera fell right off the magnet mount, slammed the floor. So I imagine if anybody had their computers turned up listening, they probably heard a big boom.
So are we on YouTube Live?
Yeah.
Well, damn. Hello, everybody from the state of Maine.
Oh, yeah. Gotta do that. And you gotta say Wikismart like they're supposed to say it.
Wikismart.
I love it. Hey, Lordy. You know, for all I know, my buddies up there are probably watching, thinking, Lord have mercy, Wayne, what are you doing now?
Well, see, what we like to do up here is more like park the car in the garage.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And down here, we just say, y'all need to cut that crap out.
Oh, that's cool. So, what's the whole setup with you for YouTube? You doing just ham radio live stuff? What's up with that?
Well, I've done a little video or two here and there about, you know, building this or building that or making something here, repairing this, building the antenna, building the tower, building the beam, the raising of the tower. Mostly some live footage on just DXing and talking on Saturday mornings. One night, I think I got a video on there where I discuss, you know, amateur radio for newbies, you know, my personal opinion on stuff and all that, which I know a lot of people may not like my opinion, but it's just my opinion. And everybody's allowed to have one. But anyway, just talking about different stuff and different categories, and I don't edit nothing. So if I accidentally fart or do something goofy, I'll just delete it and start over. I'll just leave it.
Yeah, okay. Well, if you want my vote, just leave it because everybody needs some levity. So you can leave it in there. You know, especially if you kind of give a stupid grin to the camera and do a whoops. That goes over great.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like this. If I just go like that, I'm like, oh boy. Well, at least y'all ain't got smell-o-vision.
There you go. Well, that's cool. I subscribe to a few ham radio channels on YouTube. I don't get into a lot of the stuff. I do a lot of searching for information when I need something new. I have an ICOM 9700 here, and I've recently set it up in terminal mode, which allows you to go directly into the internet without using RF at all. I mean, it's all set up, plug the network into the back, set up the information in the radio, and boom, you're into the D-Star network without even sending any RF out, which is kind of cool. But I had to use YouTube for the research because I had no damn idea how to do it.
Yeah, well, I've been there too. It's the same thing with this Yaesu. When I ordered it, I had to wait on it. When I ordered my antenna, I had to wait on it. So what did I do with my time waiting? I watched videos, looked at some videos that people said, well, I had this go wrong. I had this happen, and this here broke, and this here did this, and this here did that. So when one of my antennas come in, I trashed these parts and had better parts. I trashed this, and then their little 3-piece boom that they had on that MA5B, I threw it away too. I put a daggum Schedule 40 thick wall. I think it's 330. Let's see. They're like 90 thousandths thick. It's like almost not quite 3/8, a little more than 1/4 of an inch. I want to say a 7/16 thick. I don't remember, but any damn way, it don't matter that much. But anyway, I took and put a solid stick of daggum thick wall tubing, all one piece for that MA5B. Boy, I'm gonna tell you something. That stiffened her up.
Yeah. Well, that's for this Hex beam here. That's what I use. I've got a 20-foot piece of that. I think it's Schedule 40, like you mentioned, but it's 2-inch ID, like 2.5-inch OD mast. I built a tilt over for it, set it in 3 cubic feet of concrete, and sandwiched it between 2 pipes. And a long story, but. It's pretty much self-supporting, but I still put an offset on the top of the house there so that just to keep it stable so it didn't rattle at all. And I got that hex beam up. The top of the rotor is at 21 feet, and then I put a 7-foot mast in there for the hex beam to sit on. That's fence post, galvanized fence post. That's, I don't remember what the diameter of it was. I think it was 1.5 inches outside. But it's
yeah, we're on 330.
One main winter without any problems so far. But it's nice having a tip over. If I have an issue, I just pull one of the upper bolts, pull a bracket off, and I can't hold the thing. It's too damn heavy. So I use my tractor bucket, and you put a lean it up against the tractor bucket, drop the bucket, and it comes down where I can work on it, and then I push it back up.
Yeah, what I did with mine was made I got about 1.5 yards of concrete out there in the ground. I got a 10-foot section of tower, 5 foot of it sticking up out of the ground. Well, I made these flanges to go over to RON 25, and it bolts on that part. Then the upper part had a set of plates that matched the top section. And that top section had about 5 foot of solid steel bar made into a tower. But that was the part that kind of basically pulled on it and winched it over. Then I hooked the actual tower to that. You can see that in that YouTube video. But boy, you can tell you something. That son of a gun works like a champ. And I got the Yaesu G2800 GXA up on top of the tower with that beam. And that rotor is like, my gosh, freaking 10 times too much rotor. But I figured, well, I might want to put 10 more of them up. Who knows?
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a little overkill. I've got a 800DX for the hex beam, and I've got a 450 for I've got stack cubicle quads. I have the quads are 4 element for 6, 8 element for 2, and 8 element for 440, all in one boom. It's made by Cubex. They call it the King B3. And, the boom's only 8 feet long. It's a relatively small antenna. That one sits in a 450, but yeah, it's the 800 for the hex beam. The problem we have up here is we get a lot. This winter was no exception either. We get a lot of heavy, wet snow. Sometimes when it's real cold, the snow's light and fluffy, no big deal. But every now and then, when the temperature's starting to get close to the freezing point, or just below it, the snow is very heavy, wet, and fixed everything. And I've seen that hex beam of mine went from a bowl to an umbrella overnight one time, and tore apart the 20 meter element and twisted up some of the guides. I had to rebuild it. So now I go out there with a 2x4 and I whack that sucker, and the shockwave knocks the snow off. Of course, I have to wear most of it, but it helps keep it from building up.
Well, you got to get that 60,000 watt daggum amplifier out during the winter months and just key it up momentarily. Just blow the snow off of it.
I was wondering if I could find a way to put some kind of heat elements on it without interfering with the RF. I don't think that's possible, but look, it sure would help.
Well, hey, I'll tell you what. Since you mentioned that, somebody told me that they did this. Now, don't take me on my word on this if it don't do have some kind of effect, because I don't know. But there is this tape-like material. It's like LED strips, but they're actually heated strips. And somebody told me that they took their 3-element quad and they said they got some of those heating strips that go in a chicken house to keep the drippers from freezing, or to keep the water lines from freezing. And all they did was they just ran one all the way down one down another, and one down another, and they would turn the power on to it during them wintertime months, where it would keep the stuff thawed off of it enough to where they could literally give the rotor a good shake and it'd knock it right off.
Well, that's probably something worth looking into, because it's the antenna itself is not so expensive, but taking it down, putting it back up is a royal pain in the ass, and I'd rather not do that if I don't have to. So, taking care of it is imperative during the winter months. Summer's coming now. I don't think about
14,330.
it, I never worry about the wind, man. I've had 60, 70 mile an hour gusts, and that thing just doesn't even hardly move. But I'll tell you, that snow, man, really raises hell with it. Listen, Wayne, I gotta bust out of here. It's been a pleasure talking to you. I must say 73, and I'll get you little notes down here, and I'm gonna listen for you in the future. I spend more time on 10 meters and 15. 6 is my favorite band, but I pop down here once in a while, so I'm gonna look for you in the future.
Okay, well, before you go, write this one down, because I think this will interest you very good. And being that if you're pointing your antenna towards me, or look at my coordinates, that might help you too. Sunday night at 8 o'clock on 28-340. Me and another feller will be running a 10-meter Golden Corner net. And we always take the local check-ins, and then we open up for the DX contacts. Really love for you to stop by and check into the Golden Corner, or the Golden Corner 10-meter net. It's Sunday night, 8 o'clock, and either Josh or me will be running it, and we'd love to have you come in and check in on 28-340.
I just wrote that down, 28-340, and Sunday night at 8. Now, is that every Sunday night?
Every single Sunday night, except for this Sunday, but I forget what the holiday was, but I think a lot of people were going to be out of town this week. I may sort of drop in there and see if I can maybe stir up a little bit, maybe get a few check-ins, just because I feel like I still should be in there. But everybody else is taking, I think, this vacation weekend, which I don't take vacations. I work all the time, enjoy my radio on the weekend. That is my vacation.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I'll definitely jump in there. Well, it's Easter weekend, so I'm not a religious fellow, so I don't really celebrate it or anything, but it is Easter weekend, so that's where a lot of people are going. So, good deal. I'll check in from time to time. Obviously band conditions will have a lot to do with it, but I don't usually have much trouble getting down south on 10 meters. In fact, I usually smoke everybody down that way.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you were 5'9" plus, almost 15 over that time. Boy, your signal really rose up there pretty tall. But anyway, I'm going to try to get me about 2 more DX contacts. And then I'm going to pull the plug on it and go to bed and get up and do it early in the morning at 7:30, 8 o'clock. 7-3's Wayne, M1 Whiskey Lima Delta. I hope to hear from you again. I usually do these right here like I'm doing tonight, real late at night on Friday night, and then Saturday mornings. and some Saturday night QSOing. So that's kind of the extent of my radio. Unless I have a day off, I might, do some extra amateur radioing, but it's usually not a lot. Anyway, 73s to you, and look toward hearing from you again. KG4MK.
All right, Wayne, well, it was a pleasure making your acquaintance. And I'm a retired old fox, so I get on here whenever I feel like it. During the week, I spend some nights with the wife, and, skip the TV show if we like to watch together. But Friday night was my TV night, but the shows that I usually watch have ended the season, so I decided to hang in here tonight. She's out there watching some stupid veterinarian show. So here I am. We'll catch up with you, man. 73. Nice to talk to you. N1WL.
Mighty dang. Oh, man. CQ. It's Kilo Golf 4 Mike, Uniform Kilo.
Kilo 6, Delta Juliet.
Kilo 6 station. Let me swing my antenna around your direction. Give me that call sign again. This is Kilo Golf 4 Mike, Uniform Kilo.
Kilo Golf 4, Kilo Mike. Yeah, I messed up the call sign there. I'm sure you will correct me. This is Kilo 6, Delta Juliet Victor here in Northern California, Roger.
All right, Northern California got K6DJV. K6DJV here. This is Kilo Golf 4 Mike, Uniform Kilo. Kilo Golf 4 Mike, Uniform Kilo, KG4MUK. And welcome. You're on KG4MUK Live Ham Radio on YouTube, over.
Oh, very nice. Hey, you got a great signal. Stop advertising your YouTube USB. And hello, everybody out there at YouTube land. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Over.
Roger. Yep, you got great audio. You're about a 5'9" plus 15 over here in South Carolina. Great audio. What part of California are you in there, over?
I am in Northern California. Well, California, everything is screwed up here. So what Central California really could be Northern California, but we're about 35 miles northeast of San Francisco.
Okay, I know where you're at. Been out there quite a good bit. I love going up to Salinas and picking the grapes in the vineyards up there. Name is Wayne, Whiskey Alpha Yankee November Echo. Call signs KG4MUK. And glad to make a call out to California. You're staying 5'9" plus 10 over, and got good audio. I am running a FTDX 101D and a Maritron 1306 into a MA5B minivan.
Very nice. Yeah, I heard you talking to the other gentleman a couple of people, I guess he was complaining about the menu structure. You're absolutely right with the Asus and the menus. I've got a 991A and a DX10. And once you get your head around the menu structure, you really don't even have to go back into those menus. Once you set it up, you just leave it alone, and there you go.
Yeah, and that's like what I was talking about. I've told, probably 3 or 4 different people. The biggest thing I've learned with all the filter settings is don't set them so high. I got every one of them set on 2, and if you cut on more than 2 or 3 of them, it kind of chokes everything out. But originally, I think I had all of them on 5, and by the time you got to the second one, you couldn't hear nothing.
What's the YouTube live stream channel name?
My call sign, Ham Radio.
All right together?
Yeah.
Alrighty, I can check that out and see what I sound like in Crazy California. Alrighty, 73s, I'll let you keep on going. And thank you very much for putting up the live stream there. Give us a look at while I'm not really accomplishing anything. 73s, everybody out there in YouTube land and hit like and subscribe. This is Kilo 6 Delta Juliet Victor, Northern California.
All right, have a good evening, and talk to you the next time. It's Kilo Golf 4, Mike Uniform Kilo.
Kilo Echo Zero Papa Mike Whiskey.
Kilo Echo,
Kilo Echo Zero Papa Mike Whiskey. What's the call again?
Kilo Golf 4, Mike Uniform Kilo. Kilo Golf 4, Mike Uniform Kilo.
Got it. I got my wife taking call sign notes for me today. She wants to get her tech license. I'm actually on a new radio. It's the Yaesu 710 AESS.
Well, that's a good radio. I've looked at those in the book. It's a really good looking radio. It sounds real good too. Got good audio, and you're coming in about a 5.7 to a 5.8. Great copy. You got actually your audio is stronger than your signal. But curious to know what kind of antenna you are running.
I'm just running a G5RV on 100 watts, and you are coming in my receive about 10 over 9.
Roger, Roger. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. That antenna's whipping the pants off of a lot of other antennas. It's working really good. Really, really good. Your signal's staying good solid 5.7, 5.9. And like I said, audio is superior. Your audio is way more than your signal, so you got really good strong stations doing a fine business here. I'm running the, and you've probably done heard me say it, I'm running the Yaesu FTDX101D and running the Howe, the Howe Gold Elite, and Ameritron 1306 at about 700 watts into an MA5B Cushcraft mini beam. And that's it.
Well, yeah, you're definitely booming in down here. I'm actually pretty surprised at how good my antenna is performing with this radio. I hooked it up 2 days ago, and I haven't messed with the audio too much, a little bit. I was on 991A before, and I wasn't getting nearly the receive that I'm getting on this radio.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. That video uploads on my YouTube. You're going to be tickled to death to watch it and hear just how good your radio sounds. And that's the reason why I do these videos. It's for everybody else. It's not for my benefit. It's not for subscribers. I know everybody, some people say, well, blah, blah, whatever, whatever. There's a lot of these videos I do it solely for everybody else to hear what they sound like on my end. And I think I would be absolutely proud and tickled pink to know I sounded as good as you did. You can see that at my call sign on Ham Radio on YouTube. But yep, it is sounding excellent. I wouldn't change a thing. If you put anything other kind of microphone on there, you may have to tweak it a little bit, but I really would not make any other changes. It's doing really, really superior.
I'm on the stock mic that came with the radio, and I have been considering a desk mic, which I probably will upgrade to. But I am telling you right now, this 710, I am getting picked on a pile, basically stock. I hooked up with a station in Belgium earlier today on 17 meter, and I was in a major pile up. And this G5RV, I know people don't like this antenna too much, but it's what I had. I have it up at an inverted V, about 35, maybe 40 feet. Super inexpensive, not top of the line, and I am reaching out there.
They're really good antennas. They've been around for decades, and they do very well. If you go to my QRZ page, there's a link on there to some antennas. And I'm telling you this because I have actually experimented with it, but there is an antenna on there that you can more than double your receive and transmit. It's a very good antenna. That off-center dipole made by Maxcon. And it's the 3KOKC off-center fed dipole. It'll tune up on 10 to 160, or you can get one that does 10 through 80, and it'll tune up on 6 meters as well. But I've tested it against different antennas, and it is an upgrade to the G5RV if you ever make another choice. If you're limited for space and you can't put up something quite that big because it being off center, the My antenna, 10 through 75 meters, it works phenomenally good for an in-fed. But about the only two antennas that, according to how much space you got, either one works. But the G5RV and the way you got it right now, you're really doing really fine.
So I was considering a 130-foot 10-fed antenna. I was looking at the Canadian one, but I'm open to other antennas. But I do have some space, and I do want to get a bigger antenna. What do you think about that?
Well, how much space have you got, literally? Like, have you got a half of an acre, or you got 3/4 of an acre, or you got 1 acre? And that's also, your tie-off point. How high is your tower or your tie-off point?
So I don't have a tower, I have trees, but I'm on about 1.5 acres, basically east-west.
I would go with going to QRZ, go to that link at the bottom of my page, click on MaxCon Antennas, go and find their 10 through 160 meter off-center 3K, get a 1-to-1 choke balun from them, make me a 6-inch jumper to put that 1-to-1 on the bottom of it. I'd put it up about 30 feet, stretch her out, and just put a little bit of slope on it. Say hypothetically, if you get the feed point of that antenna at about 30 to 40 feet, and then the legs about 14 feet off the ground, you will be really impressed with that antenna.
I'll get it. Pass me your call sign once again. I took the notebook away from my wife.
Alright, it's Kilo Golf 4 Mike Uniform Kilo KG4 MUK.
Michael?
Yep, Michael, Wayne, most everybody calls me Wayne, but if I hear the word Michael, I think my wife's coming after me.
Yeah, roger that. We all have our names. But yeah, I just want to make sure I had the right one. I will definitely check out your YouTube channel and check out the antennas you have listed.
All right, well, I appreciate that. I think you'll enjoy it, and I'm going to probably pull a plug after you, unless there's one more in there, and then I'm going to upload that video, and then the people that I've talked to in the last hour will be able to hear their audio report. And it's like I said, I do that every Saturday morning about 7:30 for about an hour, hour and a half. Give everybody a chance to hear everything they want to hear and what they sound like and all that. But enjoy that, and I hope you have a good evening. And if nothing else, I'm going to pull the plug on it if there ain't no more. And I'll let you put the ribbon on it.
Hey, it was great with with you. 73s, and I will be watching the video. 73, 80 PMW.
Roger. KG4 MUK. CQ. This is Kilo Golf 4 Mike Uniform Kilo, looking for one more station.
W0RLJ, Whiskey 0, Romeo Lima Juliet.
Romeo Lima Juliet, W0 Romeo Lima Juliet. You're 5'9" plus 20 over here in the South Carolina. Name is Wayne. Good evening.
Good evening, Wayne. You're a 5'9" up here in Iowa. The name is Richard. I'm in Monroe, Iowa. Over.
Roger on Iowa. I've been up that way quite a few times. That's just from being a truck driver. It's a nice countryside to go through. What kind of radio are you running? I'm running the Yaesu FT-DX 101D, the Heil Gold Elite, and the 1306 at about 675, 700 watts, and the MA5B mini beam.
So am I. I have a rather modest shack. I'm running a ICOM 746. I'm running 100 watts to it.
And just like that, the band goes to crap. I can hear him, but I can't. Wow, the van just completely shut down on me here. W0RLJ. W0RLJ. I guess I'll go ahead and call it a quits there, because the band just completely shut down, and I could vaguely make out what you were saying on that last transmission. 73s too, you can be sure to look me up on YouTube at KG4MK Ham Radio, and this video will be up for you to listen to, and you can hear the band drop when you dropped out. KG4MK, returning this frequency back to normal use. Man, dadgum, I can't believe that. Man, the band just went just like that. Well, anyway, hope everybody enjoyed that. I heard somebody in there make a kind of, somebody way in the background made some kind of comment about, quit advertising your YouTube. I'm not advertising my YouTube. I'm sharing my YouTube with all the hams that talk to me on the radio. Okay? So, with that being said, if I want everybody to be able to listen and hear theirself and know what they sound like, then let me do that. So, anyway, y'all have yourself a good night. We'll catch y'all in the morning. 73s from Kilo Golf 4 Mike Uniform Kilo, and we'll see you in the morning.